wars and to exploit the environment. It is no longer, on a whole, not just a partial, but on a whole, a victim of the draconian race, and it's no longer owned by the Illuminati, or the curse is eliminated where you're no longer right protected, no longer a slave subservient to the system and the fear matrix, and aging as it was programmed will be deactivated, and reincarnation is deactivated in the bioorganic body and will not reincarnate on draconian systems, which is all over the solar system.
Okay. And I'm sorry?
Oh, and the other thing is what I have detected in the DNA, there's, according to 2012, it will deactivate any fatalities on a DNA level in 2012.
I'm sorry, can you explain, what do you mean it will deactivate? What will deactivate?
Okay, so the first level DNA healing, that's available on the website. It's the DNA necklace. If someone goes on the DNA necklaces, it's the DNA necklace that provides the DNA first level healing. It will do all of those things that I've just named, plus it will deactivate any possible fatality, 2012, or earth changes.
Okay, meaning in the person will not, it'll eliminate the need for them to leave this body. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. Because what I see in the DNA doesn't look too good regarding 2012. And what I mean by that is when I muscle test a Illuminati person in the government, their DNA says that they will survive 2012. When I check myself before and other people, it doesn't seem to be a huge level of survival. So this model deactivates any possibility for the physical body to die in 2012 if a cataclysm did occur.
Okay. Now I'm getting some questions from listeners, and so I want to run these by you. One person is saying, it sounds as though you believe it's only your DNA crystals, or your crystals, I think what they mean is your crystals, are the only ones that have the ability to sort of rectify the DNA. Are you aware there are other crystals on the planet, that other people have that may be able to do the same thing?
Just like I said, I haven't found one. If I, find one, of course I would put it on my website. Any type of model that I believe in, I will put on my website. Any other solutions, I completely support. And we work I believe in working as a team, working together, I support. But according to kinesiology and my testing, if it's a reality-based solution, I completely support it. I don't know of any crystals that you can use. There are probably other methods. You don't need a crystal necessarily, but I don't know of any other crystal.
But I mean, this. We have to talk logically here. You can't possibly test every crystal on the planet.
Yeah, exactly. Of
so
course.
You cannot, in other words, the answer would be that you don't know of other crystals, but that you haven't tested other crystals.
No, I haven't seen any other crystal that I know of. Of course there, might be, but I haven't seen it. Okay. The crystal also needs this liberalis crystal also needs a perfected intention charged in it. So it's not just the crystal. The benevolent angel showed me how to charge the crystal with the intention. So that was a whole other complex research I had to go through.
Okay, and you do realize there are other so-called benevolent angels out there, right?
Of course.
Okay, and they may be charging crystals around the planet as well as humans that may be using intention to do so in a positive way, right? Do you acknowledge that?
All I would have to say, they would have to ask. A person has to ask the benevolent angel to help them and assist them. And I recommend in a written form, you ask a benevolent angel, please show me how to exit this fear-based matrix or whatever your desire is. Many people still want to reincarnate here, and that's fine. So whatever you want, ask a benevolent angel, and she will come and assist any human being. And I'll give you a little, what's the difference between a benevolent angel and fear-based matrix angels. When you muscle test, fear-based matrix angels are the angels we get in books, in stores, like Archangel Michael, blah, blah, blah. Those are not the angels I'm talking about. These angels are outside of the fear matrix and can actually show a human being how to free itself from whatever limitation we are experiencing. That is in what I have experienced through my work.
I understand. Okay. Now I have another question. Someone is asking. Let me see. If the first level is the removal of the curse of the DNA with the crystal and listening to the CD, is that what you consider the first level of your work?
Yeah. So it's right on my neck. If you click on the Liberalis necklaces, it's the DNA necklace that will. If you click in, the DNA bracelet does more. It will. You get the whole program. It will clear your first level DNA. You will have 2 more DNA strands after you go through the 2-month rehabilitation process. It costs only $100. I made it very inexpensive. Because it's a non-profit organization, it's not profit-oriented, and the crystal itself is worth $100. So some people might say, well, if this doesn't work, can I have my money back? All I'm saying is the crystal itself is worth $100, and if the person didn't muscle test at the end, I would suggest to email me. There might be a unique clause in their bioorganic body that we would have to check. The other thing that I really want to emphasize is the bioorganic body is actually programmed to diffuse solutions and to keep the denial. And so the angel will work with me at first, and she gave me a solution. I had to do this before I got this information. And I had to light 12 Jesus candles to deactivate ADD in my brain. Because we were in the educational system, I calculated it's 14,000 hours sitting behind a desk watching 12,000 lectures actually programs the brain to be subservient and for life. Even though you have a peaceful life, you can be the most peaceful person. The brain is actually already deactivated so that you don't find solutions. When you muscle test a person, it says, I can't find solutions because of the ADD. So on my website, under the DNA necklace, you can click, there's a preliminary rehabilitation. It's free of charge. It shows you how. And then some people are not ready for the first level because something in their bioorganic body diffuses solutions. So you can email me and I will send you information and a CD. If you don't have any money, send me a JPEG and I will download the CD for you and send it back to you to prepare you for the first level. So there is, some people have to go through the preliminary. Some people don't. So it depends.
Okay. Now, I'm also noticing that on your website you talk about eco-housing and you talk about spirals and communities. Can you talk about that a little bit and why you're starting to go in that direction?
I live in a community here in Hawaii called the Dolphin Community, and it's a lovely community because when we see each other, we give each other a hug, and it's a nice feeling. But many people like myself, we all dream of living in a resource-based, non-monetary type community. So what I'm trying to say is our vibration must change in order for us to come into these type of communities that I write about, benevolent systems. And crystal children, there's also